My name is Lily Morgan, and last spring I moved into a pale blue house on Willow Drive in a quiet town outside Columbus, Ohio. The street was lined with tall maple trees, and every evening neighbors watered their lawns while soft yellow porch lights slowly turned on. The house was built in the early 1960s with narrow hallways, wooden stairs that creaked with every step, and windows that let in long gentle streams of sunlight. And even though the place felt a little lonely, it also felt like a chance to begin again. I had just ended a long relationship that had drained me emotionally, and I wanted somewhere that did not remind me of the life I was leaving behind. So I sold most of my furniture, packed my clothes and books, and told myself that this new house would be my fresh start. My mornings became quiet and slow, my evenings filled with warm lamps, soft music, and long walks around the block. One weekend I decided to repaint the guest bedroom. I pulled the old nails out of the wall, and when I tried to smooth a cracked corner of plaster, my hand hit something hollow inside the wall. I carefully chipped away a little more, and a thin wrapped bundle slid down onto the floor. It was a small box covered in brown paper, and tied with a pale pink ribbon that had faded with time. My hands trembled slightly as I opened it. Inside were many folded letters written in delicate handwriting, and the paper smelled faintly like dried roses. The first letter was dated 1991. And signed by a woman named Evelyn, addressed to a man named Robert. And as I began to read, I felt like I was being pulled into someone else's hidden world. Evelyn wrote about stolen afternoons, secret smiles, quick phone calls, and the way her heart raced every time she heard Robert's voice. She wrote about waiting for him in the living room of this very house and hiding his letters behind the walls, because her husband had started to grow suspicious. She wrote about how loving Robert was both the happiest and the most painful part of her life. The more I read, the more my chest tightened. Both Evelyn and Robert were married to other people, yet they had quietly loved each other for more than 15 years. The letters mentioned Willow Drive, my house, the creaky stairs, and even the old oak tree in the backyard. I sat on the bedroom floor holding the letters, feeling like the house around me was suddenly breathing with memories I was not meant to know, and yet could not forget. I imagined Evelyn sitting in the same rooms where I now slept and laughed, and slowly I felt a deep sadness for a woman who had lived two lives inside one heart. Over the next days I searched through old newspapers and public records and learned that Evelyn had lived in this house for over 30 years. She had 3 children, and was remembered by neighbors as gentle and kind. Robert had lived just a few blocks away, and had passed away only 3 years after her. They were buried in the same cemetery but far apart. One quiet evening I took the box of letters to their graves and placed it between them. I whispered that their story was finally known, and that their love had not been forgotten. And as I walked away, I felt a strange peace settle inside me. From that day on, the house no longer felt empty, it felt alive with untold stories. And I learned that behind calm doors and quiet smiles there are often hidden chapters that shape who we truly are. Every like, subscribe, and share supports our channel, and helps us tell more stories like this.